Hey guys, Juan John, and we are back here at the Heartbreaker Lounge filming these amazing pieces of technology and carbon fiber from McPherson Guitars. Toby is thrilled. Thanks for joining us. One of these days we'll wake him up. Anyhow, this is the touring model carbon fiber guitar. I am holding the honeycomb weave in my hand. They have a lot of different finishes, or at least a few different finishes. These are amazing for more than a couple of reasons. And Brendan, correct me if I'm wrong. I do tour and perform with these, as well as the wooden McPhersons. However, when I know things are gonna get hairy, I always bring the touring and the Sable, the full-size version of this. The touring is my favorite. I write, I practice, everything that needs to happen for me on a guitar level with all the new chord stuff that I'm learning, I do on this guitar. They're wonderful. They're handmade, believe it or not. I mean, they hand sand the necks, the heels, they hand sand all of the saddles. There's actually 2 saddles cut for each guitar. So you got the low action, you got the high action. They feel fantastic because they are hand sanded. They do have a satin finish on the back. The fretboards are also hand sanded. All the frets are done by hand as well. They're just amazing quality, well done. They sound fantastic. You guys just heard a little bit of a clip of what these actually do sound like. Oh yeah, carbon fiber. Don't do that on a wooden instrument. But these will hold. I was on tour through Arizona once. This was a couple of years back, and I knew it was gonna be brutal. It was 120 outside. There was a flash flood out in the area that I was at. It was in a parking lot of all places. The car went under, car was toast. My guitars went under, but the guitars were not. I was able to play the very next day after drying them out on a bench outside in the hot Arizona sun. These are amazing. I'm a believer. I love them. I play them. This next to my left, stage right, is the basket weave. And then we do have, there's a standard, oh no, there's not a standard one. There's a really cool.
Original behind you, the red one isn't original.
That's a honeycomb.
Oh, is that honeycomb?
Yeah, we got another honeycomb back there, but it's okay. Now, as we go through this guitar, the technology of why you get the sustain and the tone you do out of these instruments that you don't get out of a standard carbon fiber instrument is, of course, the cantilever neck design, which is definitely the McPherson standard. You got the offset sound hole, which utilizes the entire top, the best part of the real estate. That's where you're gonna get the most sound, the most sustain, the most resonance. But the brilliance of this is the bracing. Matt redesigned this entirely. So I don't know if anybody out there does archery shoots, bow and arrow, anything. Matt is Matthews of Matthews Archery. And he invented something called the harmonic dampener. And what that does is it removes all of the harmonic frequencies out of an object. So when you fire a bow, it's gonna go the farthest and the straightest because there's no resonance inside of that string. So what he did to brace this instrument is he reverse engineered the harmonic dampener to actually maximize the top and sound of the carbon fiber itself. So what you're hearing is that. It is science at its finest. I don't understand how he did it. I don't know what the recipe is. I just know it works and it sounds amazing. durability is amazing. My absolute favorite thing about this instrument is that you are able to do really crazy things that you would never do on a wooden acoustic guitar. And it just bounces back, still in tune. It's amazing. These are wonderful. They fit perfectly in an overhead compartment too, by the way. You walk in with a little case and people are like, oh, what's that, a violin? You're like, yeah, sure, great, put it in the overhead, awesome, done, you know? So it is super convenient for travel. I've had mine overseas. I've had mine in floods. I've had mine in airplanes. I've had mine in trains and buses, everything you possibly imagine. But for me, as an artist, this guitar spends a lot of time in my hands. Like I said, I utilize it for practice. I utilize it for writing and jam sessions. And sometimes I do utilize it for large shows. Do not underestimate these guitars. They come with an undersaddle element pickup that are specifically voiced for each one of these instruments. So Lloyd Baggs designed the undersaddle specifically for this guitar. He took this guitar, played with it, and got the sounds that he wanted out of his pickups for this instrument. So this is very closely working with L.R. Baggs. It sounds fantastic. If you decide you want to put a lyric in it, an anthem in it, you can absolutely do that, because also Matt puts in a bridge plate that is completely unnecessary because it is a super strong instrument. It doesn't need it, but he did it so that customers could put in the microphones that they wanted, they could put in the pickups that they wanted, and these things with microphones, take my word for it, sound great. If you guys are playing in a band, the undersaddle, oh my gosh, cuts through like there's no tomorrow. They sound fantastic, warm, huge. Plugged in, they are fantastic. So, well, the volume knob is right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. And it's there for when the sound guy goes, excuse me, I'm going to turn you down. You're too loud. And he turns you down. You're already down here. So you just roll up just a little bit and you're like, yeah, you're welcome. I'm holding the basket weave now, magically. That just happened. I'm holding the basket weave and it's got the gold hardware. This is an upgrade for just a few extra dollars and totally worth it if you ask me. The gold EVO frets last 4 times longer than the standard frets. And when you play a guitar this much, it's very necessary. Thanks for watching, guys. Juan John here at the Heartbreaker Lounge with old Toby. Hey, welcome back, buddy. Hi. Like, subscribe. He's up. He's ready to look at your comments, so don't forget to do that. Thank you all so much. Share with your friends. We'll see you soon.